Right, so next up we're going to sort the chain and sprockets out. So we're going to fit up this Talon sprocket that I got from GT Tuning and pop it on the wheel and then pop the chain on. So there we go, it's got the 10mm studs, drop that on there. And these nuts have got serrations on the back, so that will grip those. Might put a bit of thread lock on there just to be on the safe side as well, because don't want these coming loose, do we? And ruining the sprocket and the hub and possibly your race. So we'll pop some thread lock on those, get them torqued up, and then put the wheel in, and then unpack the chain, which is set under there. So that's the sprocket on, all looking pretty snazzy. So yeah, we'll get the chain unpacked, and then probably need to take a link or two out of it, no doubt. So we'll see what it measures up like, and there we go. Woohoo! Gold, bling bling. So that's the links removed that we need. So we'll pop it back on the bike. This is an O-ring chain, so we'll get this split link put on and then get it adjusted up. So that's the chain on, and the split link is there. So obviously make sure you get the split link round the right way, so you have the open bit facing away from the travel, so obviously have the rounded part here going that way. So still a bit loose, as you can see, so we'll just adjust it up on these tensioners here, nip that up, and then that's done. Right, so I've had a bit of a headache with this clutch cable. It's working, but it's not, I'm not particularly happy with it, to be honest. I've made up a little aluminium spacer, got a adjuster from a clutch there, and that's all sort of threaded in there, etc. But there's a bit of movement on it, because this is literally right on the edge of its adjustment in here, so it works fine. But I think I'll probably make up an adapter, so we'll go to Dad's lathe and you know, probably machine something up that steps down and fits in here nicely, and maybe with another lock nut on the end there, that might be quite nice. So we'll knock something up. Or the other option I was thinking of was physically shorten the cable itself, so chop the end off up here at the clutch end, and then get one of those soldered nipples on the thread itself. So yeah, I might give that a shot as well. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on how to do that, which is basically blowtorch and solder. So but it works for now, so you know, it's all good. Got a bit of free play there as well, which you want. So we're nearly there, really, to be honest. Just a quick walk over the bike. So yeah, just Dad's going to do the exhaust, weld the exhaust up for me tomorrow, and then we've got to mount the silencer, make up a little strap to come back and support the silencer there. Then I think we're going to be good to give it a test run, and hopefully chat up my farmer friend who's got a field, and give it a rip round there. So yeah, more updates tomorrow. Right, morning everyone, Saturday, and my brilliant dad's just dropped round the exhaust he's welded up for me, which we've just test fitted and goes on really well. I'll show you it on the bike in a bit. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to weld this stuff because it's very thin and it's cheap shit Chinese metal basically, so it's going to serve a purpose. So I'm going to give it a clean up now on the Scotch Brite, and then get it bolted up on the bike, and then get the silencer fitted up, and then we're going to look at making a bracket of some description if I can find some metal. Right, so as you can hear, that's spinning down, but that's come up pretty nice. So what we're going to do now is just hit it with a bit of WD-40 and another slightly softer pad, which is here. And the WD will just give a bit of lubrication, not score it too much, and hopefully give it a bit of a nicer finish, and get it a bit more kind of protected. So we'll do that now. So there we are, that's the sort of finished article, so it doesn't look too bad now for a free exhaust basically. So yeah, we'll get it bolted up and look at getting the cardboard out and making up a bracket. There it is bolted up. That's pretty cool, I think. So bracketry up next. Now for some cardboard aided design, or CAD as I like to call it. Right, so that's what it's going to look like, something like that. So I've marked up all the holes, as you can see, that we need to take out of it. So we'll transfer this onto a piece of alley and then get cutting. So we've got the basic shape drawn out. As you can see, it looks very rough at the minute, but we'll clean it up. That's all I had. So we'll get chopping out with the old grinder. and get the flappy paddle sander out on it, and then give it a clean up. I've centre punched all the holes there through the cardboard onto the template. Then we'll just obviously measure the sizes we need, and then get this step drill on it. So that's the basic shape cut out, as close to the lines as I could get. So we're gonna run around the edges here with this and neaten it up a bit. And as it's a bit of checker plate, we're gonna grind these off as well, because it looks a bit budget. So we'll get rid of those as well at the same time. Right, so that's it, sort of sanded down. I've sanded quite a lot, as you can see, but I got most of the dents and imperfections out of it. So we've got our marks here to drill out now. Then I'll give it a sort of further polish up and probably put some speed holes in it as well. But got bloody arm pump from doing that. Look, woohoo! Anyway, it's good exercise. So we're just going to bang a 6mm hole in this end for the silencer there, and then we'll measure up the other ones in the engine plate and then get those drilled out. So that's all the holes cut now. So we'll put some bends in it. We've got to put a bend there and a bend there to kind of kick it out to miss the tyre. So we'll put rag in the vise so it doesn't mark it, and then get bent. Okay, so we've got the shape we need now. It all fits fine and has clearance for everything. So just to pretty it up a bit, we're just going to put some holes in the middle there just to break up this sort of solid piece of aluminium. So I've marked that up at 2.25 intervals, and that's 90 mil long. So we'll probably put a bigger hole in the middle, and a slightly smaller one there, and a slightly smaller one there. But I'll show you what I'll come up with in a minute. So that was before, and that's after. So yeah, pretty chuffed with that. That's come out really well. So we'll get that bolted up under there. Sorry, I'm filming with one hand as usual. So we'll get that bolted up, and then I think it might be ready to start, possibly. We'll just give it a check over and then maybe give that a go. Right, there we go. The bracket is on. That looks pretty smart. I'm well chuffed with that. Blow my own trumpet, I know, but it's nice and solid as well, you can see. Nylock nuts, washers all round, so, and we've got some speed holes as well. So yeah, no, it looks dead chuffed that. And obviously we've got the hole there for a stand, which I need to make. So Steve kindly sent me the dimensions, so I'll copy one of those and get one of those sorted. So that'd be good. But yeah, there we have it. So what I might do is just drag the bike outside and give you a walk around this week's efforts. Right, there she is. So yeah, nearly ready to go now. So yeah, well, you've obviously seen the video, so I'll just sort of show you it really. So yeah, the exhaust all looks pretty neat and tidy. So the last job on the list is to make a left-hand foot bracket. So we need the foot peg to sit somewhere here. So I've got a pickup point there, there and there. So we'll get something sitting around there, and then it'll be ready for a test. So yeah, looking forward to getting out on it. New chain of sprockets is looking lovely and fresh. So yeah, I'll chuck some fuel in it, I think, and give it a start.